As this elderly woman tries to unlock the front door, her key won't fit. Worried, she quietly says to herself, "Why isn't this lock opening?" Just as she turns to leave, a man walks up and asks, "Mother-in-law, what's wrong?" Surprised, she replies, "Son, I don't know if the lock is broken or if the key has been changed. It just won't open. Do you know what's going on?" The son-in-law says seriously, "Mom, the lock isn't broken. I replaced it myself. And starting today, you won't be living in our house anymore. Please leave." Shocked, the mother-in-law says, "Son, what are you talking about? I've been living with you for so many years. You've never said anything like this before. Why are you asking me to leave today?" Taking a deep breath, the son-in-law says, "Mom, you've been living with us since 2016. 10 years have gone by before we even realized it. During those 10 years, I did everything I could to take care of you, and I know you recognize that. But despite everything I've done, your son has always come first in your heart. No matter how poorly he treated you, you always chose him over us. You never stopped to think about how I felt." The mother-in-law softly replies, "Son, you've taken better care of me than my own son ever could have. I'll never forget everything you've done for me. But if that's true, why are you asking me to leave today?" The son-in-law says sadly, "Then what did it change? You secretly transferred that valuable house in the best school district to your son, even though he doesn't treat you well. I only hope that house could help my daughter attend a great school and have a better future." The mother-in-law answers calmly, "Son, that house was left to me by my late husband. I believed it was family property that should eventually go to my grandson." The son-in-law responds anxiously, "Mom, then answer me this. When it came to the inheritance, you remembered your son and grandson. But for the last 10 years, we've been the ones taking care of you and paying all your expenses. Why didn't you think about your son then? That responsibility was his from the beginning." He continues, "Mom, do you remember the night you had a stroke and collapsed on the floor? I was the one who carried you barefoot to the hospital in the middle of the night, and I paid every medical bill. When we called your son, he didn't even answer. We went to his house, but he never opened the door or came outside. From that day on, we took full responsibility for your medical care and your daily needs." The mother-in-law quietly says, "Son, he later explained that his company was going through an important stage of growth. But you're my son-in-law. You also have a responsibility to care for me. And when I was discharged from the hospital, my son promised he would repay all of the medical expenses." With a bitter smile, the son-in-law says, "Your son has never kept that promise. One day he saw his sister in the neighborhood and immediately turned around and walked away because he was afraid she'd ask him to pay what he owed. He didn't even say hello." The mother-in-law replies, "I thought he had already paid you. Anyway, let's forget about that. Just give me the key. I've been standing outside for a long time and I want to go inside and rest." The son-in-law firmly says, "If you can't stand any longer, call your son and ask him to come pick you up. You can't live in this house anymore. I've fulfilled my responsibilities honestly. Now it's your son's turn to take care of you." The mother-in-law pleads helplessly, "If this is about money, I'll give you my entire monthly pension of 2,000 yuan. Just let me stay here. I can't go back to my son's house." The son-in-law answers firmly, "Mom, this isn't about your monthly pension. Have you ever realized that your medications alone cost more than 1,000 yuan every month?" The son-in-law says seriously, "Mom, I'll say it one last time. The greatest responsibility for your care belongs to your son. As soon as we heard that our old house was being redeveloped, you quietly transferred your property to him without telling us. That decision broke our hearts. I can't keep pretending everything is fine, and I don't want to argue about it anymore. I have to leave for work now. Call your son and tell him to come pick you up." With those words, he turns around and walks away. What do you think? Was the son-in-law's decision right or wrong? Share your opinion in the comments below. Thank you.